All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessing, salutations to Hopeful Lake out there, pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the Hopeful Lake double believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua. All right, and what I want to get into today, pretty much the topic of the morning, you woke up, with certain cell phone towers out, a lot of services was disrupted this morning, so I just want to go into, how the morning, went for me because, my work, depend, on my phone, pretty much, the majority of my income, comes, through my phone. And so I wake up early, try to get an early start in the morning. And as I'm trying to, go online, I'm noticing it's not working, so I'm turning the phone off, restarting the phone, you know, and I'm like, damn. So, because in my mind, I'm already, how I think I be having certain quotas, I be wanting to get started at a certain time, and be at a certain market this time. And, that's just how, you know, I I'm a very routine person, so my routine was thrown off and I'm just thinking like, okay, something wrong with this phone, so I'm like, try to call AT&T and they didn't open the 7. So it's like 6:45 by now, so I'm already like an hour in the hole. So, you know, one thing I know the old me a few years ago, even probably a year or two ago, would have been extremely frustrated, you know. But the spirit had it to where, as we mature in Yahweh Bashim Shah, we understand that it's all according to his timing. Like everything we do, it's according to his timing. That's why we gotta say Lord will, because we don't know what he's gonna allow to happen. We can have all type of plans, okay, and if we don't say Lord will, okay, those plans, all right, can be null and void. And I've learned over the years, if I say I'm gonna do something and I don't say Lord will, a lot of times the Lord don't allow it to happen, you know, because we can't forget that, He allows us. Matter of fact, I'll open up with that precept. I think that's in the book of James. And I'll get back to the story. Yep, this is James 4 and 13. It says, "Go to now, ye that say, today or tomorrow, we will go into such a city and continue there a year and buy and sell and get gain. Whereas you know not what shall be on the morrow. For what is your life? It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time and then vanisheth away. For that ye ought to say, if the Lord will, we shall live and do this or do that." You know? So when we get to, because we in this society and we have to deal with the hustle and bustle and we have to pre-plan things and strategize and try to be efficient in our day to day, so we can get into those things and not understanding, we can get lost in the sauce and not understand that it's all the Lord's will. It's all according to his mercy what he allows us to do, man. That's why no one can boast. We can only do what's allowed by the Lord. If he shut it down, it's over with. Okay? So, like you said, we don't know what tomorrow may hold, man. All right? Because it's going to come a time when, because what today showed me is that this whole thing is nothing but an on and off switch. Okay? And the Lord can put the spirit on Esau to turn this whole thing off, man. At any time. That's why it says the title any day now. The Lord can put the spirit on Esau to just hit the off switch. And it's over with. It's done. Okay? That economy collapse. Okay, your bank account's not accessible. The phones. Okay, the communication is done because that's a part of war. All right, because the government is at war with the citizens. Okay, and the people who they say are sea theorists. All right, now you see that we're living in these things, man. Okay, so the government is at an all out war with the population. And when you at war, a major thing of war is communication. Okay, so these devices, okay, can be cut off. All right, and our communication, how we work, everything is digital. You see it, the way Esau got it. This is a very delicate society. You know, one thing about automotive, when things go automotive and AI, it's cute. The shit great when it's up and running. It's terrific. Okay, but when it's shut down, it's shut down. You know, I remember working at the steel plant, and they would always bring these new machines in, and they'll be, I learn the machine and the functions, and they be terrific, while they up and running, and then they're always talking about getting rid of the old, manual machine. But I used to always tell them like, shh, I wouldn't do that, you know. And a lot of times, all that automatic shit, that AI and the new 2022, you know, fresh from Italy, fresh off the boat from Italy, okay, it'll shut down because it has so many parts. It has so, you had to worry about hydraulics, you had to worry about air, you had to worry about electronics, you had to worry about all these sensors, okay? The manual machine, you had to do nothing but plug and play. All you needed was an outlet, and you can get it in, all right? You just needed a worker that will work for them, and you can get it in. You see? And a lot of times that automated shit to be shut down and that manual machine to be the only thing going, man. And this how this society is built on such a delicate, layout to where everything is pretty much an on and off switch for this devil, man. Okay, and ultimately it's the Lord that gives the green light to turn the switch of this grid on and off, man. You know? So just finishing up the story, um, so I go to Starbucks. I'm trying to wait till AT&T open. So it's after 7. I call them. It wasn't going through. Cause see, I had my work phone and my personal phone. My personal phone was still working fine. My work phone, that's the one that was getting no service. So I'm calling AT&T on the personal phone, and it wasn't going through. I guess they was probably overloaded. People calling, so it wasn't going through. So then it hit me. I had to stop. I said, wait a minute. Let me send some prayers up, man. I said, let me send some prayers up, man, because you try to be proactive. My mind is on the Lord. Like, okay, what is the Lord? Do He want me to fall back for the day? Like, what do He want me to do? Do I need to just go home and get in the spirit? Like what I need to do. So as I'm trying to troubleshoot and problem solve, then take a break. Then I said, man, let me throw some prayers up, man. Let me put some prayers up, man. You know? So I put up some prayers. And I went into Starbucks and I got the Wi-Fi, just to turn the Wi-Fi on, just to see the phone go online. And then I got to thinking like, damn, I got a hotspot on my personal phone. So I can just use the hotspot on my personal phone, all right, to have the work phone online. So boom, I put in the hotspot, went through, connected, soon as I went online, work started coming through, and to this day, to about 30 minutes ago I stopped. It just been non-stop because I can, it was a lot of people. There was I bet there was a lot of drivers that couldn't get on, but the Lord let me get through. So what looked like a slow day, like damn, I was getting ready to chalk it up as a loss. Like damn, it is what it is. I wasn't like frustrated, but then because I was just gonna go home and just get in the spirit. you know. I just gonna go home, read, put some lessons out, turn out some lessons, and let that be it, man. And be still and know that He is, But soon, that's the confirmation. As soon as I got online and turned on online, work just started coming, and it's been busy, it's been crazy, it's just been crazy. So what turned out, that's why scripture say let me get the precept, Then I'm gonna get into this story I wanted to get because it's something I brought out yesterday, you know. Let me see. I think that's in Ecclesiastes. All right. Yep. It's Ecclesiastes 7 and 8. It says, "Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit." Because we come into some times in Jacob's trouble where we're gonna look like we in some dead end situations, man. you know. But somehow we're gonna end up winning. Like the elect is written for the elect to just win. We're in a time where it's written for the elect to just win. We just gotta believe, and we're being conditioned to react in faith. You know, cause like as I said, as I was trying to problem solve and troubleshoot, the spirit like, look, just stop, put prayers up. Everything you doing ain't nothing you doing gonna work. The spirit like, look, ain't nothing you doing gonna work. You ain't put no prayers up because guess what? I couldn't get in touch with AT&T, but I had a direct line to Yahweh Bashim Al Shah, man. And that's why Yahweh Shah is so vital. Okay, because through Yahweh Shah, I had a direct line, you know, and 10 minutes later, I'm online, man, out in traffic. you see? Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Al Shah, and the Lord take us through small things to show us that He got us, man. You know, take a deep breath. Call on me. We're being conditioned to call on Him, man, to fully trust in Him. Okay, let's get that because hey, any day now, it ain't nothing but a light switch. this grid ain't nothing but an on and off switch, man. Okay, and it ain't gonna take long, okay, to shut this thing down to where ain't nothing moving, man. All right, but our faith. Let's go to Isaiah 10 and all right, Isaiah 10 and 20, and it says, "And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, or to depend on them that smote us, which is Esau Edom." It's gonna come a time where we're gonna be out here. Okay, we just gonna be out here, man. All right, it's gonna come a time when this thing's gonna shut off and it's not gonna come back on, man. Okay, and Esau gonna dangle that device as the only way to get back on the grid, man. you see, so we have to be prepared to go the long haul, depending on Yahweh Bashim Al Shah. So when you read it, it says, "And it shall come to pass in the day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay or depend upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel in truth," man. So we're gonna be fully dependent on Yahweh Bashim Al Shah. Because right now we still eat off the grid. We still operate based off the grid, man. But it's gonna come a time where we're just gonna operate on pure faith, man. Okay. In that situation, fringes wouldn't have helped me, man. Having fringes on, okay, having on 100% cotton, that wouldn't have helped me in that situation, man. Okay. It was faith because to pray, it takes faith to pray that, okay, let me put these prayers up and let the Lord will be done. And then the thing is to accept whatever the Lord wanted. Because if the hot spot didn't work, then that was just the Lord saying, look, just go get in the spirit, and just be prepared to go for it either way. Whatever the Lord wants. That's the thing. Like, we're gonna have to trust the decisions and what the Spirit is telling us in these times, man. We're gonna have to trust, all right, because the Lord gonna be showing us signs, and He's gonna be putting us, in situations, and He's gonna be showing us signs, and we gotta trust in that, man. You know, whether our emotions agree with it or not. Okay, we just gotta trust. Like Abraham, he had to trust, man. Okay, when Joseph was in prison, he had to trust. All them years he was in prison, he had to keep the faith. This is what the Lord wanted. Okay, so whatever circumstance we find ourselves in, we just gonna have to trust. Like, this is just the Lord process, man. This part of the process, man. Okay, this part of my cup I gotta drink, whatever it is. Okay, and that's how we, like the Elder Apostle Ramblov say, we gotta hit Jacob's trouble with momentum. So the Lord will do these little things, and this would be our faith boost. You know, people pouting and can't get on this and can't do that. People probably pouting, and when they got back online, and they went back to just being okay, pampered Americans, man. Okay, but for us, these things are faith boosts, man. you know, these things are critical. All right, so let's go from there. Um, I want to get this account because I brought it out yesterday, and I thought it was extremely spiritual. And King David had the perfect reaction in this situation. So I want to get this in 1 Samuel 30:1. It says, and it came to pass, and it came to pass when David, because I brought this out last night, it's going to show how Israelite men love their families, going into the madness, Jabari and that nigga Sinetta, them Egyptologists, black unconsciousness, niggas was trying to, paint uh, our culture, our heritage to be barbaric, man. When it was the exact opposite, man. Okay, but that's a whole nother subject. All right, we'll probably get get into that a little more tomorrow. Lord will, Lord will tomorrow. We'll get into that. But 1 Samuel 31 says, and it came to pass when David and his men were come to Ziklag on the third day that the Amalekites had invaded the south and Ziklag and smitten Ziklag and burned it with fire, and had taken the women captives that were therein. They slew not any, so they didn't kill any of the women and children, great or small, but carried them away and went on their way. So David and his men came to the city and behold it was burned with fire, and their wives and their sons and their daughters were taken captives. Then David and the people that were with him lifted up their voice and wept until they had no more power to weep. And David's two wives were taken captive, Hanon and the Jezreelitess, and Abigail, the wife of Nabal the Carmelite. And David was greatly distressed, for the people spake of stoning him, because the soul of all the people was grieved, every man for his sons and for his daughters. But David encouraged himself in the Lord. Okay, so you had this, it happened all of a sudden. You got to understand, like, David and his men, King David and his men, they was coming back to the camp. Okay, and then they seen everything burnt, and their wives and their families was gone. This thing happened all of a sudden, so it was a normal day. They probably coming back, talking, laughing, how Jake do, shooting the shit. And then they get to the camp, and it's like, what the hell? you know? It happened out of the blue. It happened out of nowhere. It was all of a sudden. Okay? So King David being the leader, all right, when pressure come, see, everybody want to be a leader. I had an old Jake used to tell me all the time. He said everybody want to be important till it's time to pay the bill or something go wrong. He used to always tell this old school Jake. He said everybody want to play important till it's time to pay the bill or something go wrong. Okay? So King David being the leader, all right, immediately, all the blame is on him, you know? And his wife and children gone too. So it's like, they want to stone him like, you know, like it was something he could have prevented. But that's all right, that come with the territory whenever you're in leadership, man. By default, it's your fault. And that's a part of leadership that everybody run away from. Okay? But the thing I wanted to address is how King David immediately turned to the Lord. That's why you read this in the NLT. To read verse 6. It said David was now in great danger because all his men were very bitter about losing their sons and daughters, and they began to talk on stoning him. But David found strength in the Lord his power. Okay? So King David, all that pressure on him, and then he's going through his moment. He done lost his family, so all that pressure on him, and then the first thing King David do is turn to Yahweh Bashim al Shah, man. You know, he reacted immediately in faith. He went to the thing that was always faithful. He went to the power that was always faithful to him, man. The Lord had been dealing with David a long time, you know. So King David already knew. Okay, it wasn't even no doubt. When King David was just a shepherd boy, he fought that lion and that bear. The Lord was with him. When he fought Goliath, the Lord was with him. When he was on the run from Saul, the Lord was with him. So when this situation came up, he went to his go-to. Okay, Yahweh Bashim al Shah. He that was his first reaction, man. And that's the reaction we all right got to have in these times, man. Is go to the go-to, man. Which is Yahweh Bashim al Shah. And that line is always open to see that line, I access, because it's something I passed on, I think it was yesterday. I was behind this car for a while, and the license plate said access, man. You know, like the Lord letting us know, like you got access. We got access, man. The believers, we got access, man. You know, that's why we're in the spirit now to tap in, man. Especially as we get closer to the Passover, man. We should be, in the mindset of cleansing, detaching, fast if you can, man. Get a fast or two in, before the Passover. It's a beautiful time to do that, man, because we want to have that communication line wide open in these times, man. See, these people, when they get cut off the grid, that's it. Okay? But guess what? We got a generator. Okay? A spiritual generator, which is Yahweh Bashim al Shah. Let's get that real quick, man. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 46, and verse 1. It says, the Most High is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. A very present help in trouble, man. And we're coming into the worst times ever, man. The Lord finna punish this place, man. Because it just seemed 2024, man, like I don't see us getting out of 2024 without something major happening, man. I would be surprised. It's all the Lord's will, but I would be surprised, man. You got that eclipse coming in April, I believe April the 8th, which is going to put that cross over America. The 2017 eclipse came and put that, that drew a line in America. And this eclipse is coming to draw a line which is going to make that cross, man. Okay? And then in 2017, it went through all the cities named Salem that was in America, which is short for Jerusalem, man. All right, which is a teacher of peace, because through Jerusalem, that's where the doctrine of peace is going to flow. The law, statutes, and commandments, because the law, statutes, and commandments, they breed peace, man. And we're gonna get into the law more, man. Since everybody's so much about the law, we're gonna get into it. And we're gonna get into the parts that you niggas ashamed of, man. You know? We ain't shying away from we ain't ashamed of nothing in the law, man. Okay? Is it expedient to do in this time? Absolutely not. Okay? Well, we're gonna go into them things, man. All right? But going back to the point, so in 2017, like Elder Apostle Hart said, the eclipse was 7 years ago, man. 7 years goes to completion because you got this eclipse in 2024 and the other one was in 2017, man. Completion, man, seven. you know, and what we seeing now, all right, is this eclipse, and it's coming through all the towns, all right, in America called Nineveh, okay, which Nineveh goes back to the Syrian Empire, which it was known for its brutality and its oppression. The Northern Kingdom experienced a horrific captivity under the Syrians, man. They was known for their torture tactics. That's why Jonah, when he heard that he had to go to Nineveh and prophesy, he ran. He was like, "Go where?" It wasn't, like it wasn't like he was lazy. Like you know, which at the end of the day, you gotta fear, the Lord over everything, man. But Nineveh was known for their torture, man. That's why Jonah was trying to get out of there, man. He was trying to avoid it. All right, but he knew what he had to do. Okay, so hey, we're shutting down. All right, this terrible kingdom, man. This oppressive kingdom. And the Lord finna get ready to X this place out. So let's go there. You know, we'll get ready to end it. Ain't gonna stay too long, but let's go there to the book of Second Ezra. All right, Second Ezra 9:1. It says, "He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made." And this is the time we're in where the Lord is beginning to visit this place, man. Okay, little by little, he just, visiting this place, man. And it's just gonna keep opening up more and more. Okay, we're gonna see things happen more frequently, and it's gonna be more intense, man. Okay, so therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and the end is manifest, man. So we're seeing the end manifest, man. All the signs are pointing towards the end of this empire, the end of this age, man. We're right here. And any day now, this thing can just skyrocket into the next phase, man. To where it ain't no going back. You know, verse 6 it says, "Even so, the times also the highest have plain beginnings and wonderful and power works, and endings and effects and signs." So we're seeing the effects and signs of the end, man. Okay, the signs in the heavens, the eclipse, the blood moons. Okay, because you had that blood, that ring around the moon. Okay, that was in, I believe, in October. In October, what did you have? You had the October 7 event, you know, with those Palestinians in those small hats, and it's gonna spiral into a regional conflict, man. Okay, now you have the signs of America being X'd out. Then you have the Civil War movie coming out in April, so we're seeing the effects and signs of the end. Everything is here, man. The CBDC, okay. They don't put a neural link in someone, man. Okay, they call it Metapon. All right, so all the signs are showing that we here, man, at the end. Okay, verse 7 says, "And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed shall be preserved from the said perils and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning." So the elect are already set up to win. We're going to win. Everything, okay, is going to work in our favor, man. No matter how I start, it's going to end up working in our favor, man. No matter how dead end the situation begins, it's gonna work in our favor. But we have to remember, hey, we got a very present help in trouble, man. You know, we got a very present help in trouble, man. In the names of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man. So that's the point. I just want to put that on wax. Lord will. All right, you brothers. All right, and you sisters. We're edified. You know, just hey, hey, stay in prayer. It's gonna get uncomfortable, but we finna be comfortable forever, man. So we can stand being uncomfortable for a little while, man. To get that eternal rest. So till next time I say Shalom, Kwam Yashala, a Bible, Ball, DTA soon, Shalom.